I had these orchids for years. Never ever got a flower. And I used to wonder, nobody's telling me what to do. I don't know them very well. This is where I do all my work myself.
Oh, wow.
I don't let the workers in here to pot for me. I do everything in here.
So this is like your potting shed.
This is my potting shed. I sit here when I want that quiet time. And I sit and I pot.
I love how you've done the hanging basket. It makes it seem almost jungle-like in here.
Yes. And I like to tinker in here and run away from all the noise.
Oh, wow.
And talk to my plants.
And look at your plants. They're loving it.
They're loving
Everything
it.
is thriving.
Yes.
And I'm seeing things that I haven't seen anywhere else.
I've been collecting. Whenever something fascinates me, I'll collect it. As you can see, I love my philodendrons. I got different types of philodendrons, so many types. And anthuriums. I've got, this is also an anthurium family. And it grows massive.
This is lovely.
Yeah.
It actually looks like it might be a bit root bound in here.
Yeah, it is. I need to put him in a big pot.
Yeah. And look at this flower.
It's amazing.
Is this not fantastic?
I've got a massive one there. I'll show you.
Oh, yeah, I know. I love that. And I have to say that your shed is really tidy.
You know, this was a chicken run before, and that was not my passion. So we had all the junk in here and stuff, and my daughter says, "Mummy, why don't you just take this roof off and do something you love and put a shade?" And I thought, wow, that's such a nice idea, and I got cracking the next day.
And you know, I mean, that's a wonderful testament to say what can happen when someone is doing what they love.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can
It's
just
a
see
big difference.
The abundance.
Yes.
And
when you love something, you do good things, and it's not junk sitting in here, and you have to walk past all this junk. You're doing beauty. You're making something you love.
Exactly, and also the fact that you say you do all the work in here.
Yes.
Why is that?
It's my quiet spot. And I love to, I can't sit. I cannot sit. So I must be able to do something that, you know, I know if I water this today or I pot that today, I do it entirely myself.
And also I think the good thing is the hands-on management.
Yes.
Because then you never have to wonder what exactly happened here.
Exactly.
You know, when it was potted, when it was watered.
Exactly.
And you're monitoring like every day, every week.
Yeah. Every day I'm here.
Every day you're here.
Says, I'm not putting lights in here because you'll never be home. And this I call my drop box.
Okay.
This is where I put all my little cuttings.
This is genius.
And look how they're growing.
And so is this sphagnum moss? Or
This
is that
just peat.
Oh,
Cocoa
okay,
peat.
cocoa peat.
And we've got, I mean, they're all shooting. And when they're big enough, look at that. They got roots. And I just throw in my excess cuttings, and I don't plant them. I just throw them in there. That's why I call it my drop box.
And it saves you from having to have so much, to have your cuttings so dispersed.
Yeah, and when they're nice and big, then I'll pot them.
So you move them out when they've got
Decent size.
Nice, decent roots. So that's a really good tip for people who are into.
Yeah.
And this is mainly for the indoor plants, right?
This is indoor. Also, this is how I do the tiki creeper. Which is quite hardy. You see?
Oh wow! Look at that. And you know, tiki creeper is actually not the easiest to propagate.
It's not. And
people take it for granted.
If you don't do it this method, it's only in the rainy seasons you can grow it. Because it's quite difficult.
It does. It needs a lot of water. It's in the ficus family.
Yes, it is.
So I know it's very, very thirsty.
I mean, she does well in here. Yeah. So all these little experiments.
They never end. They never end.
Experimenting. Oh, these are my violets.
The African violets.
And funny enough, in coming into winter, that's when they flower more.
This is stunning. Look at this amazing color.
Yeah.
Amazing color. So, you know, people always used to say that, oh, these remind me of my granny They remind me of my granny.
Yes.
They've been around for so long.
Yeah, they've been around
in so many houses. But I'm just wondering, because you say that these actually move really quickly.
They do.
So they're obviously still quite popular.
They're very popular, very. I mean, if I have to post something today, they're gone by tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, it's easy to see why, because look at all the range of colors.
Yeah.
I know you can get yellows, whites, reds, everything.
Yeah.
And then over here, sorry, I just skipped over this, but
these are actually begonias, but they're not doing so well. That's why I moved them here.
Okay.
You have to keep chopping them, moving them around.
Well, actually, I was going to ask that question because this time of the year, it's cold.
It's cold, and then
this happens with a lot of us.
They don't like it this time of the year. That's why I've got those there. It's a bit warmer.
Okay.
So I've been moving them around to see where they would be more happy.
Okay, so definitely trying to keep them indoors in a warm space is a good idea.
Space, yeah.
Okay. This is what you were going to show.
This is what I was going to say. Look at the root system here.
It's amazing.
I mean, this must be like 20 years old, 30 years old, this one.
You've had it all this time?
Yes. And it's massive.
Imagine what this would look like on a tree, because that's what those roots.
Exactly.
You know.
And it would be nice to try and experiment.
Yeah.
Put one, try and attach it to a tree.
And who's going to wait 30 years to see what it looks like? But no, it probably would spread if it's a creeper.
I'm sure it would. So these are the plants, say, from the drop box. I plant them here.
Okay.
And when they're nice and big, then I'll send them to the shop.
Okay. And what is your secret?
And these are Z's.
Yeah.
These I grew from leaves. It's taken a long time.
They do.
But yeah, if you do a lot and just forget they're there,
because this should be about 2 years old at least.
Not really. I think about a year.
About a year.
About a year.
Okay. Yes. And then, so what do you do in terms of fertilizing?
Fertilizing, I normally use liquid manures, or I get the good old method, chicken manure, and I put it in a drum and let it, sit for a bit, and then I'll use that water. And yeah, basically. But all my soil, I do it myself. The compost, I don't buy in compost. I make it myself. So every leaf on this farm is used.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then we sieve it, and then we use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you put animal droppings or whatever?
If I have, I will definitely put chicken manure or something.
Okay.
But I normally mix a lot with sand.
Okay.
Because draining is very important for a lot of plants.
Especially these indoor ones.
These are all the anthuriums.
Yes. Now these are the ones that are the more popular ones with the brightly colored.
These are my mummies, and then I just harvest from them. Yeah.
Everything's doing really well in here, it appears. And you're right, these begonias are doing much better.
They're doing much better. I mean, I need to... The secret with begonias, a lot of people overwater them. Don't overwater them. Because they rot. So I water, like this, they're dry. They're completely dry. So today I'll water. I'll feed them lots of water. Then I won't water them for another good couple of days.
Okay, so maybe once a week?
Once a week is fine, and that's what I do. And winter, you don't overwater anyway, because it's cold and the water just sits the cold. Yeah.
I like what you've done in terms of your hanging basket options. You've got the traditional ones.
Yes.
You've got the metal ones.
Yeah.
You've got some homemade.
This is homemade. Like I say, junk is, you don't throw away.
And here,
I just thought, let me try on these. These are brooms, they use them in the village.
Yeah.
They make vipiangos.
Yeah.
And a guy was selling these, so I just attached them. Look how lovely they're doing.
It does really well.
It does very well.
Nice piece of high water absorbent bark.
It's lovely, and I put a bit of an orchid on there. I'm just waiting to see what it turns out to be.
Oh, okay. Is this a new installation? And then we've already the filter over there, the air filter is also
exactly,
really
the air
option.
filter. I mean, who'd think a staghorn will grow on an air filter? And you know, these orchids, I had these orchids for years. Never ever got a flower. And I used to wonder, nobody's telling me what to do. I don't know them very well. And then I said, okay, I'm going to visit some people and see where they place them. You won't believe, they love the sun. I mean, here it gets sun here, and boom, I got a flower.
Yeah.
And in the shade, they will never flower. So it's just amazing.
Yeah, because the other orchids are shade loving.
They're shade loving, but this one is like the total opposite.
What's the name of this orchid, Nick?
It's a Cymbidium.
Cymbidium, yeah.
Yeah, no, the Cymbidium orchids are like that, But stunning, stunning. Are these all orchids as well, or is this?
No, these
this
are
like a clivia that's
September lilies.
Oh, okay, September lilies.
Yeah. So this is where I put all my leaf mold in there. I put, see, there's leaf mold there, there's leaf mold there, heaps of them at the end there.
Oh, wow.
And I just keep dumping. I think on each part, each corner of the farm, there's something. So I put them in here and then keep watering it down, and then we harvest once a year.
So you don't actively mix?
No.
It's just a passive compost?
Yeah.
And from this pile and the other pile you can make
I've got lots of piles all over the farm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not just this. I use a lot of soil.
Well, that's what I was wondering. 'Cause
I
I
mean,
was like, this doesn't seem like a
there
lot.
was a pile here, and we just cleared it and we just sieved it and put it here. It's been there for 2 years, and that's what I got there. Yeah.
Okay, so that at the end of it, you have something that's got a lot of organic matter.
Yes, a
bits
lot
and
of organic,
pieces.
and leaves, sticks, you name it, is in there.
Yeah, because I know people
Yeah.
say leaves are good because of the nitrogen. And
Yes.
what else is in the leaves?
Dry leaves are mostly carbon. Green leaves have the nitrogen.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that it just takes so long, and then it's properly decomposed by mycorrhiza and
Okay.
fungi
And
Yeah.
I'm also
bacteria.
growing
Yeah.
like Russian comfrey. Apparently, it breaks down the leaves faster. So I've started propagating comfrey.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So I wanna
I learned that
experiment.
from Wiche as well.
Yes, I wanna experiment
She puts
now.
comfrey in that.
Yeah, it's very good.
And there's this like molasses mixture. What's it called?
Yeah.
EM.
I haven't.
EM. You get it at like Majura and stuff. But yeah, you
Oh,
just mix it in, and that apparently reduces the composting time significantly.
nice.
So
I must
maybe
try
try that.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Exactly.
So this looks
This is the ginger
interesting.
shampoo. Lovely for your hair. You can put it in your hair and it gives it that shiny color.
I've seen this.
And you squeeze the flower. You
I've
squeeze
seen
the
this
flower.
online.
Very nice. And you know, my daughter's hair wouldn't grow, I tried to put some on her hair every day, and boy oh boy, just shot out.
Really? So
The
you're
hair-
saying that this actually helped? It did
promotes-
something?
It definitely did.
Okay.
Promotes hair growth. There's a flower.
Okay. Oh yeah, let's bring out the flowers.
Let's see if we got some juice in there. Hope I don't find Mr. Snake. Yeah, so basically, okay, this is a bit dry.
Okay.
But normally you can have 3 flowers can give you a nice cup full. And you just put it in your hair. It's lovely. It doesn't smell.
It actually doesn't smell of anything.
Nothing, just
at
a
all.
little tinge of ginger.
And it's not even sticky.
Yeah, it's not sticky, it's lovely. You can put it on your skin.
No, I think you're going to
Very
need to
nice.
propagate more of those once people know you have them.
Yeah. A lot of people have been coming, oh Pam, we want that ginger. It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely.